So at the beginning of the year, my husband and I went to France. We spent a couple of days, and I want to share with you my experience in France. Keep watching. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oge, and today I'm talking to you. I'm sharing with you my experience in France. So at the beginning of the year, if you have been following my channel, I had shared in my vision board, I said I would like to visit at least 2 countries outside of Germany before the end of the year. So to kick it off, we started by visiting France, and these are my observations. So we were at the train station and we got there. Okay, our train arrived France. I can't remember what time now, but anyway, we got there. We're trying to wait for our host to pick us up, and the next thing, we're just seeing like soldiers everywhere. Like, we don't know what was going on there. Everybody was going helter skelter, this, that. So at a point, they said clear. They were clearing up the whole place. And we asked someone like, what's going on? What's the problem? Because we wanted to go through that way to go outside of the station, and they were just clearing everybody, and we're like, what's happening? So someone said that apparently they saw a bag that someone kept somewhere, and the whole place just turned upside down. Everybody has been going to look for what happened and what's going on, what's in the bag. I'm like, what? Because of bags, that's why all these people are here? That's why all these these people, they will not kill us. Bag one I could just go carry, throw it outside or something. That's what all this. Although we understand that the whole terrorist thing going on around the world now, everybody's trying to be extra careful. But me, I know my country. We're not going to do such a thing. Nobody's going to be. It was really fun. It was really fascinating to see. I was just laughing. I'm like, oh my god, this also Igbo people. Anyway, that was like the first thing that we saw when we got to France. Now on to the experience. First and foremost, nobody's going to tell me that France is not Africa extension. Like, France is an extension of Africa. Like, the whole place was just crawling with blacks. Africans on every corner. Like, it was like I was in Lagos again. There were so many blacks as against what's obtainable here in Germany. I didn't feel so much out of place because I could see a lot of black people, and it was really cool. It was like a 50-50 thing. Like, it was 50% black and 50% white, but I would feel like it was like 60% black because everywhere was just really black people. But that is it. I don't know why. Secondly, I have to say that the people that we met in France were really nice, really fantastic people. I've heard a lot of French people say that the French are too serious when it comes to not speaking French. Like, they're not nice when you're not speaking French and everything. But I don't know any French, and people there were really nice. They were really helpful. They were much more helpful and much more warm as compared to people here in Germany. So we met a lot of people at different times to ask for direction for different places, and people were willing to go out of their way to help us. In fact, there was a lady who we didn't know the right train to take to our next place, our next destination, and this lady helped us. She could see we don't speak French, and she helped us took us to the place to get our ticket, help us to get the ticket, showed us where we were going to get to the right place to walk to meet our train and everything. She was really nice. She took out her time for whatever it is that she was doing, and she left it to attend to us. It was really nice. We're lucky to meet and to see really nice and beautiful people. And then I received my French side kiss something. So we met a few people, friends and family, and when we held, they're like, oh nice, welcome on. I'm like, ooh, posh. Classy. It was really it was, you know, say we in Nigeria, we don't do all those kind of things. We just say, hey, what's up, we just make noise and hear about that and hug them and all that. But the whole kissing something on the side, fancy. Fancy, really fancy. Anyway, that's it. We also observed, even though the corona thing didn't allow us really experience France the way we should have, because people were not as much as people ought to have been in a normal situation or during normal times. So because of the corona, there were less pool of tourists, especially to Paris and Paris and all of that. However, there were still a lot of people. Like, the train was packed full. Like, jeez, I've not entered the train that has been that full ever. Like, the trains were packed. Most of the time we had to stand. In fact, when we first got into France, we had to stand. I'm like, guys, what's up? Why are all of you going to? What's going on here? Anyway, that was it. Then in the train, there were a lot of beggars in the train. Like, so many people were begging, this has happened to me, this happened to me, that. They were just saying what the problem were, and they were asking for funds, asking for help. The whole bus was the whole train. See, I'm saying bus now because it was feeling like we're in Lagos. Like, I don't understand. The only thing I was remaining was for them to start selling Gbogbo in the share. I don't say, hey, original record today for Belle Worry, for Belle House, for coffee. That was what I was remaining. For somebody to come and start selling Gbogbo in the train. That was the main thing. I felt like I was in Lagos. Sorry for Lagos, sorry to Lagos people, but yeah, that was what that was the way it felt. I don't understand it. In Germany, people don't do that. So usually when someone wants to come and beg you for money, they meet you at the train station or anywhere they meet you outside, and they just nicely come meet you, just one-on-one, and they'll ask you for help or for money or for whatever it is. But having to come to June and be shouting, like, I don't know why, but that was what we saw in France as well. Another thing that I noticed in France was that the streets were not as clean as in Germany. So Germany is really super clean, unlike in France. France was not so clean. We saw a lot of dirt in different places and all of that, like serious dirt. And well, most of the places were clean. Yeah, there were a lot of nice places. Like, so if you are going to the Eiffel Tower or the Schloss, is it, I don't know what they call it now, but in Germany we call it Schloss, where we have the pyramid thingy. I've forgotten the name now, but yes, that's it. It was, all those areas were really clean. Like the main city center was clean, but generally outside of that, even within the city center, there's a lot of dirty places. I know that in Germany we won't have that. So that was an observation that we had in Germany. Then I was told that in France, the French people respect their brand. So for example, if you're carrying a fake Louis Vuitton bag, you dare not go to a Louis Vuitton store. So you don't go to like the flagship store or the big stores around. You don't do that. If not, they're gonna be arrested. They're gonna take your bag and they're gonna trash it. So you have to use whatever it is you're going into those stores, but it has to be original. If you're going to a Louis Vuitton store, don't go and be carrying a fake Louis Vuitton and go there. That's going to embarrass you. Collect your bag, collect your bag, and trash it, and give you a nylon bag to be going home. Me, the fact, as soon as they said this, my mind, I said, thank God, thank God I don't have any, because me, I know that if I had anything Louis Vuitton on me, I know it would have most likely been fake, because I cannot afford it. I cannot afford the original Louis Vuitton. It's not. I've not made it yet. You know, because people here, because of the debt system, so a lot of people, even if they can't afford something, they can buy it on credit, you know, and be paying little by little. It's a debt system that works in America and in the rest of Europe and all of that, the whole like first world country, as it were. As again, what we have in Africa, where you have to pay for whatever it is you want to buy. I listened to someone who said that she doesn't understand why people who live with a debt system are accusing people or are saying that we in Africa that pay for our things cash, we are poor. That she doesn't understand, and I agree with her. Like, yeah, everything that people use are most likely not paid for in cash. Someone is driving a very fancy car, they've not paid for it. Someone is living in a very fancy house, they've not paid for it. They're still paying for it, like little by little. Someone is using the latest iPhone, they haven't paid for it. They've probably paid like 20 euros every month or 30 euros every month. They have fancy TV, they have this, they have that. It's not paid for. So well, me, I've not started doing that kind of life yet. I'm still a Nigerian, you know. I have to pay for, use whatever it is I can pay for. I know that I cannot pay for a Louis Vuitton now. So, I don't look at myself and say, thank God, I cannot be embarrassed. So, in case you're going to France for any of visit or wherever, bear in mind that if you want to go to these places, go with original stuff. Not like anybody will stop in the middle of the road and say, hey, I can't fake bag, stop there or whatever. But if you're going to their stores or you're going to wherever and you go with a fake store, you go somewhere around that area and you're caught, nobody's going to, you don't have anything to say about it. You're going to be arrested. Okay, so I noticed as well that in France there are a lot of homeless people. There were so many homeless people. In fact, we even saw a place where they were giving the homeless people food. So apparently they give them food every day at that particular location. So it was interesting. The population of homeless people was really alarming. Here in Germany, we don't have so many homeless people. Here there are a few homeless people here and there, like spots sprinkled everywhere, but it's really minimal. But in France, it was a whole lot of homeless people, Then, like I said in my previous video, people dress up here in France. People dress up seriously. So we know already that the French people are one of like the top people in fashion, in terms of fashion and all of that. The French people dress up really nice, unlike what we have here in Germany where people don't really dress up so much. In France, they dress up sweet, super nice, and it was really cool. It was good to see difference now. It was good to see a different scenario, see a lot of people dressing up and going about their day, as against what we have in Germany where people just wear their work clothes and not work. Like for example, somebody who does like manual work, the person is wearing his pullover or whatever, and he will just wear that and just became peaceful like that, nothing. Why? But you know, that's it. Something that we noticed in France was the zebra crossing. Like, I don't understand it. There's a zebra crossing and there's also the traffic light. So you still, even though you're on a zebra crossing, you still have to wait for the traffic light to change to pedestrian crossing before you can cross. Why? So what's the point of the zebra crossing? I was asking our host that these guys, people should just clean this zebra crossing because it's not working. I know that normally for zebra crossings, you can, once you have zebra crossing, you can cross, and the cars or vehicles or whatever have to wait for you to cross as long as you're on a zebra crossing. But there's a zebra crossing, there's still traffic light. You have to wait for the traffic light while you're at the zebra crossing. So for the first time when we got there, I didn't even notice the traffic light. We're at the zebra crossing, so I just crossed, and cars were just pull. I'm like, what's happening? And that's when it dawned on me. Wait, oh my God! so this zebra crossing is just for decoration. So I have to wait for this light to turn green before I cross, even though I'm on a zebra crossing. Wow, woo. Very interesting. Anyway, that was how we saw it too. All in all, our stay in France was fantastic. It was beautiful. There were a lot of beautiful sights to see. There's many nice places to visit. The corona didn't let us access so many of the places because there were restrictions. So many places were not open and all. But yeah, we were able to visit a lot of other places as much as we could. Hopefully when the world is healed and corona is over, then probably we can do better visiting and enjoy the place more. But generally it was cool, it was nice. Like I said, people were really nice, people were friendly, people were welcoming, people were helpful. So while we were in France, we tried this cake. There was this really nice cake that a family friend made for us. I don't even know how to explain it, but usually it's iced. It's really cold, so when it's served, you have to leave it for a while to like defrost a bit before you can eat it. If not, your teeth will just. So it was really nice. It was like ice cream and cake and some cookies and stuff. It was so nice. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I was told, but I've forgotten what it's called. But it was really super nice. It was really cute little cakes, and they were really nice. I think that was only like this special French thing that we ate. Aside from that, we ate every other normal thing, normal fries, normal bread, and yeah, beans and normal food that normal people eat, rice and stuff like that. So we didn't really go about eating trying out different stuff, because of course corona was here. We cannot really just go out so much like that to restaurants and all. But hopefully next time we can do that and we can talk about food and stuff in France. Even though I'm not very adventurous with food, but I'll try it and see, so I can come and give people the gist about what the food is like. So thank you for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button and ring the bell as well, so you're notified when new video drops. and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for being with me again. Do have a fantastic week. Bye.